Hey guys, By Graphics here and welcome to a tutorial video today. Today I'll be teaching you how to create a cartoon styled 3D text on Illustrator. So, we're going to head straight to it. Obviously when you get onto a place like here, you can do it any size you want, but I prefer to go to the 1080, so a web large if it's showing there for you. Okay, so when you get on, you want to actually obviously make sure you've got the layer windows up, and you're going to want to make sure you have Pathfinder. So if you don't have these up, you go to Window, and then you should see it here. So you see Layers, and then you'll see Pathfinder. And for some reason my Pathfinder isn't up, but it's up there clearly. So just choose them two. It will actually make it a lot easier throughout the process. So first of all, you want to get your text. So obviously make it a certain size where you can obviously see it. Don't have it too small or too big. For example, we're obviously going to use your name. We're going to use your name. So first one we're going to go with is your. We're going to go with a solid text today. You can actually use other text, but we're going to go with the solid one because it does look more professional. Another text you can go for, which a lot of people use, is Rific Free Bold. So this is more cartoony and stuff, but we're going to go with a solid state text. So if you do want these fonts, they will all be in the description for you. So the one we're using today is actually going to be the... Let's see, where is it here now? We can't find it. I've probably gone past it like quite a lot of times. Where is it? Nexa Bold. Okay, so Nexa Bold. So it's going to be your, and then we're going to hold Alt, and then drag that down, and it's basically copying it. So it's going to be your, and then name. So let's just like grab these two and just bring them a bigger size for you guys to, see just a lot better. You want to resize the bottom one. You can use any other text. You don't have to use this text. But for your name, we're going to resize it so the bottom is the same as the top. So it's all good. It does look a bit misplaced there. We're going to have it like that, and then like that. There we go. We could do that. It's just the Y is a bit misplaced, but we're going to have it like that. Okay. So this is really important you actually do this. So what you want to do is select both of these, so make sure you highlight it, go to Object, and then Expand. Okay, so press OK, and then obviously you'll see it's actually like layered every single text here. So what you want to do now is select both of them again, so highlight them and press Control G. It'll be on the screen, so don't worry, or else it'll be in the description if it's not. So when you've got that done, what you actually want to do is duplicate this. So highlight it all, press Ctrl C, and then Ctrl F. So as you can see here, these are the two layers. If you don't know what Ctrl C and Ctrl F is, you can just simply press Edit, Copy, and Edit, Paste. They have the shortcuts there as well in case you want to see. So when you've done that, obviously this circle means it's the selected layer. So obviously this layer is clearly the top layer, and this is the bottom layer. So select the top layer and go to this eyedropper tool here. You can press I, as it says for shortcut if you prefer, but I prefer to go straight to it. So press that, and then press the background, obviously because it's white, and obviously your top layer will be white, so you won't be able to see anything here. So go to the bottom layer here where my mouse is, select the layer, and then you want to go on stroke, which is up here. You want to increase this to probably around 30. No, about 27 for me. It's looking good, but obviously as you can see here, there are a lot of these bits sticking out. You can sort this out, which we will do later on in the tutorial, which won't be that far away. Okay, so now what you want to do is grab your pen tool, which is here, and make sure it's on fill. Okay, stroke, I don't know why that is. It's on stroke, but just don't worry about that. So as you can see here, it's on fill. You want to make sure it's the same color as your border, and what you want to do is you want to fill everything here, in everything. So just do a straight nice line there, and then a line down there. Just more simple to just kind of do a shape, but obviously here you've got to go to different areas to make sure every single little bit is highlighted. So like that. So everything's filled in there. So what you want to do to this now is pull this to the back. So obviously it's here, so you can see it's selected. Pull that behind everything. There you go. So it's looking good, it's looking neat, but as you can see there are some little bits which are like which aren't as filled in. So what you want to do is you want to pull that back up to the top if you see it, and then literally just grab this tool here, the direct selection tool, press that, and then just bring it up a bit. That's all you got to do, and then there you go. So now we'll just pull that back down behind everything. There you go, less mistakes. So what we want to do now is actually fix all these little solutions here. So to do this, you have to actually make sure that these two groups are merged. So what you want to do is highlight both of these, go to Object, and then Expand. Press OK. So you see all these lines here. And then what you want to go to is Pathfinder. If it isn't there, you've got to press Window, go down to Pathfinder. There's a shortcut in case you can't find the Window tool. Just do that. So now it merges here. Don't get confused with Unite because they are different things, but I got confused the first time. Just press merge and there you go. Everything should be selected. The reason for this is this tool here, the direct selection tool, you've got to actually bring in everything. So if you don't have that sorted, you'll have to do it at a different distance. If you find out that problem, just comment or just refollow of what I've done. Okay. So you've got this selected, make sure it's selected. Go to here, which is the direct selection tool, and now you see this little spark here, press anchor. Mainly it's probably best to press anchor, path's just going to like change it and move it, don't want to do that. Press the anchor once, and then drag it down, and then just make it straight as it was. So it should kind of give it a bit of a lock, but obviously just take a little guess, and as you can see here, it's nice and smooth. You'll see little bits here where obviously they're not as fitted, so you want to pull that up a bit. Either you can do this, which is probably, it's a lot easier, but people struggle. So you can actually grab this anchor here and just pull it down, and then grab this here and pull it down. That's what I personally prefer to do because it is a lot easier. So here you want to grab the anchor. You can actually don't do it from there, do it from this bit here. Pull it down a bit. You can kind of like improvise with everything you do. It's just a lot easier when you improvise really, because obviously you'll be in a different situation here. You might have your name for example by graphics. Obviously you'll be editing different things, but this is just giving you a good idea of what to do. Now personally, in my opinion, this bit here needs to be filled in. So what you want to do here is obviously you selected the tool. All you got to do is grab the anchor. Oh, there we go. Don't make that mistake. Make sure you click on the anchor first and lift it up, and then that should be filled in. Now that is looking sweet as pie. Okay, so I'm going to try something here which might be more preferable, but I don't know. You see these bits here? What you want to do here is just bring this up here. I think that looks better. Personally, I think it does, so we're just going to go with that option here. Bring the anchor up. There we go. This might be a bit messed up. I've obviously grabbed the wrong anchor here. It's edged, so it will be a bit different, but we'll bring that to the center there, and then this bit here will bring, oh, this is a bit different. Hey. So originally this bit, yeah. So that bit's filled in, just all you gotta do is just swipe that over there, and there you go. You've got all that sorted. Don't know whether to keep the Y, but I'm just gonna edit that anyway, see what it looks like. No. We're going to keep it like that. So that's what it's looking like. Now you've started, actually now let's start that, just undo that. So that's what it's looking like now. It's looking sweet as pie, nice and smooth. Spotted a little bit here. You will obviously miss bits out, but you can kind of just do that on the way. How can we do this now? There you go. It's not really noticeable if you do change it up a bit, but that's what you have to do for editing. You need to make it as good as possible. Okay, so this is where we get to the fun part of actually kind of getting there, getting closer to make it 3D. So you've got this path here, this group. You want to select everything here. Press on Object, Path, and then Offset Path. So you make sure you press Preview, so obviously you can see everything that's different. If you don't, you won't be able to know if it's working well or not. set your offset to 10px, or if it's PT, that's fine. There's not really much difference, but make sure your joins are at milter. I don't know what the other things are, but that's just the thing that I know is best. And then the milter limit can be at 10 personally. I'm going to have it at 10 because that's what I used to, but some people have it at 4. It doesn't really make a large difference. So here you got to press OK, and now you're onto here. The best thing to do, don't press anything now, just go to your colours and have it the colour scheme you want to. So obviously, because my logo, my channel colour is mainly yellow, I'm going to keep it a yellow. So there, press OK, and you'll see the different change in yellow. There you go. So it's not looking too good yet, but it's getting there. So you can have any colour. You'll have to make up your own colour scheme, unfortunately. But I can put one down in the description of the colour scheme that I'm having as well. So if you do want to completely copy what I'm doing, that is fine because it's still helping you in a way. So what you want to do now is grab this part here, your path. If you can't see it, it's the black bit. You want to grab that, press Control. Actually, I'll do it the easier way. Press Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. So obviously you can see it's a layer above. You want to move this below everything. You want to make sure it's below the yellow, everything. Now, originally it would be here. Mine messed up a bit, but you want to hold Alt and Shift, and grab this top bit here and just shrink it down a bit. Any size preferred of how thick you want the 3D layer to be, but just shrink it down like that, and then use your arrow key. I wouldn't personally use your mouse in case you grab any other layers because it's at the bottom of every layer. So grab everything here. I'm thinking we could have it a bit like this, but let's have it here. So this is kind of, we're getting to the point now where it is going 3D. Okay, so is that a bit white there? We're gonna move that back up just for the fact that the whiteness isn't there, because it does have a pain sometimes. Okay, so now you want to set this colour here, this path behind everything. You want to set the colour to a darker option. So what I would press A for the eyedrop and just select this. Obviously it changed the same colour, but so you're at a good colour scheme. You just want to go down a bit, about that much, so you can actually see a clear difference. There's a good colour. See, now you're kind of getting the idea that this is going to be 3D. So you want to go on the pen tool, keep that same colour, make sure it's that same colour, and you want to select the anchor of this text, this path which is below everything, and just bring it, don't keep it there so it's straight. You want to bring it a bit over so there's no white bits showing. So now as you can see that bit of 3D coming in. It's looking good. It's kind of what you want. Okay, so is there any other bits we can do? You want to link everything to kind of the part. You want to make sure it's all linked well. That's literally what you want to do. So this bit here, you can tell, oh, this should be linked here. So you link that there. It will be different with your text, but you should be able to get a good understanding of like where you need to actually position this 3D. So let's anchor here. There we go. After you've practiced it a lot of times, you do get a good idea of what to do. It's pretty good, I'm not going to lie, when you know what to do. Okay, so this bit here you'll be seeing is a bit odd, but that will change though, don't worry, because we will be adding a different layer in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is all these bits here that we've just done, as you can see, these bits here, that bit, all these, you want to hold shift and press each one and just simply pull it right to the bottom. There you go. Okay, so this is where you kind of make it look a bit more professional. You can tell the in-depth of the 3D-ness, if that's even a word, but it works. Okay, so let's, obviously we're still on this colour shade here. You want to make it a bit darker, about that. Actually, not too dark, because it does start to look a bit tacky. So, grab this pen here. Now, you'll be able to, in your head, kind of see the imagery of the 3D. You'll get a good idea as you keep practicing. So, literally what I can tell here is, you can obviously tell this should be 3D here. Like this. So that's simply 3D. You can tell it's in depth. It looks so much better. So now these bits here, you can have two options. You can either do that bit, but I prefer, because obviously you can tell the in depth. There we go. And then we will have to go here. Literally just go to each corner, because there's no point even trying to make up in your head. And there you go, you can just tell that that is now as good as it can be. So now here, you can obviously see, you'd think, oh, that should link up with that, but no, actually it shouldn't, because what you've got to do is you've got to link these bits here. Here. Now some bits can connect. We're going to try this out here. We can see if this bit here can connect with this. See if it gets rid of the 3D-ness, which it does not. It actually makes it look a lot better. That we've got two areas which are highlighted. It really doesn't matter. But to be honest, if you do want to make it look a bit less as good, you can turn the opacity down a bit. And then obviously it's a different shade to that, but it's still darker. So like you do get that shade difference, which you do need to make it a lot more professional and in depth as it actually is. So now we turn the opacity back all the way up, because we're going to do this side. So you want to go back on your pen option, anchor, just down here to each area where you think's best, and there you go. Look at that, absolutely perfect. It's looking as good as new. We've made it as 3D as possible. Now, in my opinion, I think these two parts here should be the opacity should be brought down a bit more, because they do look a bit too much, if you get what I mean. So we've pulled them down, and now, yep, there we go. That looks a lot better. We could, so obviously, because we want to show the difference in it, we could bring that up a bit like that. There we go. Okay. Now we're just gonna. Now we've done the text, we've done everything 3D as we do like it. Now we're just going to look carefully and see if there are any bits we can actually edit. Now in my opinion, I can see at the top here, it's obviously you can see it's not as well done, which is my fault. Obviously you're all going to make mistakes, so you want to make sure it's highlighted, the yellow part here. And you just want to kind of obviously have your direct selection tool, which is here. You can press A. But you're just going to have to keep doing it. There we go, we're getting there now. Oh. There we go. Now look at that. Looks a lot better. Everything's perfect. Obviously look through all your other things, see if there's anything you've been missing out. Looks a lot better. There's no edges anywhere here. I'm just literally grabbing all the bits and making it look a lot more professional. As you can see, there'll be bits poking out. You can actually do a lot of this anchored, pull it all back in, make it look neat. Perfect. So obviously your design of what you want will be on there, however you planned it, whatever colour scheme. But my colour scheme today is obviously yellow. It will be in description to download. It's all perfect. Make sure you do change around the opacity and stuff to make it look as professional as possible. So that is your text done. I do hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. It's been amazing teaching you this. If you do want some more, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you do want more tutorials, or if it has worked for you. If you have any problems, any help, comment down in the description and I will help you out. Right, hope you enjoyed, guys. I'll see you later.